but he doesn't care if Slim Shady gets canceled because he's not Slim Shady. That's the whole point, right? It's like, I'm not that guy.
Right.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. He could just, I
Yeah, I
mean,
think so.
but Eminem is also like a really funny guy too. So I could tell, I wouldn't be surprised if he's just like doing this just to like fuck with people. Kind of like how like Childish Gambino does it. Not like fucking with people, but just like thinking like dressing it up like he's gonna do the same thing that a lot of other people do, and then he like totally just like changes it up into something way cooler. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of Childish Gambino, he just dropped a new album.
He's done being Childish Gambino, isn't he?
He just dropped an album like this week.
It might be his last album.
Might be.
I don't know.
His single on the album was really good. Lithuania.
I haven't listened to it yet. I'll have to check
That's
it out
pretty
because I
good.
love Childish Gambino.
Yeah. I only even heard of him because of Timmy J, I think, him or Leighton, with Bonfire. And then
Yep, good stuff.
I listened to some of his, like, he's got a lot of good music, dude.
Oh, his music is so good. The
Yeah.
album was Because the Internet. That album right there. He's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt and just like
Oh.
that. He's like, oh, I'm so high right now. That music is so good. And then his album Awaken My Love, like,
Yes.
gave me such an appreciation for music again. Like, I love that album.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's the
Especially
one with
Zombies.
Redbone is on that one, right?
Yeah, Redbone's on that one.
I love Redbone.
Have
That's
Some
a
Love,
good ass
Zombies,
song.
Redbone, California, and Stand Tall, which are all bangers. Not bangers, but like they're great songs. Zombies, if I had to do like karaoke, I would probably choose Zombies as my song.
Really?
I just love all I see are zombies walking all around us. You know, it's just fun to sing. I just like singing that song. It's just fun. Hi everyone, welcome to the Mellow Brick Road. I'm Van. That was me doing the spot on impression of Childish Gambino's "Zombies" from the "Make Awaken My Love" album. Next to me is Mason Greenwell.
Hi, how are you?
Look how that. Why is that finger not rendering in? You know, why is it?
Because that's the line.
Yeah, but it's back here now.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, and beside me, yeah, Mason. Hi.
Hey.
What's going on? What a week it's been. And I don't know about you, Mason, but I'm starting to suspect that maybe the White House, someone in the White House, is like they're locked on us for some reason because these big events keep occurring on the days that we're recording, which I don't understand. Last week it was the Trump shooting. We got that new piercing. And then this week is Biden's out of the race. He's dropped out. And now it's Kamala.
Well, I don't think officially.
No,
that's who he
no,
endorses.
No. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that. Yes. Kamala is his... Yeah, he's endorsing her for president.
Yeah.
And she's like doing a bunch of big time campaigning right now. I saw she had said a quote from her was... she was like up to the Democratic National Convention. She is going to try and my intention is to earn and win this nomination. So she's trying to like earn it basically, not just be like I'm vice president, so I should get it.
I'm sure she'll end up getting it for sure.
I have a strong feeling she will. I like Pete. What's his name? Pete
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg. Is it Jag? you pronounce the
Pete
last
Buttigieg is what I pronounce it. I don't know if that's correct though. I
Pete
pronounce a
Buttigieg.
lot of things
I like to
incorrectly.
pronounce it like the three different ways in my head, and that way, because people like once you say it once, they might not know who it is, but once you say it a couple times, they're like, "Oh, I know who you're talking about."
Yeah.
That Buttigieg guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's pretty cool. But
I definitely I like him a lot.
yeah,
I think he'd be a good one.
I think yeah he was. I feel like the only reason he's not running now is because like at the time Biden was like, "I'm gonna run a second term. This is between me and the orange guy, so just back off, Petey. Just do it with your
Yeah,
transportation. Keep fixing our transportation. Thank you very much." And now Biden is not running, and you know it's going to be interesting to see what happens now, because the whole argument of age is defunct now. I mean, I guess depending on who they choose, but at this moment, Donald Trump is the oldest presidential like
nominee
candidate, yeah, nominee in history. So jokes on you, it's not Biden, it's Trump. So haha, he's the old one now. So we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another debate soon
for
after
sure.
they make their nomination.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
there's definitely going to have to
and I'm
be.
very curious to see how that debate goes down, because I don't know if it's Kamala. I don't know. I'm sure Biden. I'm sure Kamala and Trump have spoken before. Maybe I have no idea. I don't know
Oh,
much
I'm
about
sure
Kamala.
they've.
That's my only like resistance with her is I just don't know anything about her.
I don't
I feel like they
either.
don't really tell you. I mean, I'm sure they tell you plenty about the VP, but I just didn't look it up. In the
I mean, I knew
while
nothing
she's
about
big,
Biden until he started running for president,
yeah, it's,
and he was
exactly, yeah.
VP.
But I mean, even like in the yeah, it's true. Yeah, actually, I didn't know anything about Biden at all when he was VP for Obama. I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess you just I don't know. But that's the only reason why I'm like, oh, Kamala. Like, I hope she wins. I don't know. Hopefully.
You know who
I
would be
mean, last time
fun?
I hope the country realizes that like a woman can run for president now. One almost won. Remember when Trump
He won the
kicked her?
popular vote.
She won the popular vote. Hello, Hillary. Where my Hillary Swifties at?
Well, I don't
Pokemon
think.
Go to the polls.
Yeah,
Remember that? That's what killed
I
her
don't think
campaign.
anyone was hardcore Hillary. I think they were just
It's
anti-Trump.
when she did the Pokemon Let's Go to the Poll. Pokemon Go to the Polls. She was dead in the water. There's no. She was going for the kid vote, and kids can't vote, and the ones who are 18, they did not find that funny. They roasted her for that,
Yeah.
which they should have because it was cringy.
Here's the thing: Hillary's just scary. It's not that she's a woman. It's
Yeah,
just she's scary to like it. That's a scary precedent for sure.
yeah, that one would be interesting to see.
But I don't know. I
We'd
think
get her husband, but we'd get Billy C back in the White
yeah,
House,
I like
back
Bill,
on the
but
saxophone.
yeah, but
He's different now.
Bill's too creepy nowadays.
He's either different now or he's just like posing as different. You know what I mean? He's just like acting in public like he's like, oh, just no man. Oh,
Yeah,
skinny now, you know? But like, you never know with these guys. He was a president. He still has
yeah,
Secret Service on him.
yeah. No,
Dude,
I think a fun presidential candidate would be John Stewart.
Jon Stewart would be a very interesting presidential candidate.
Yeah,
I would love for like Jeff Ross to just like pull a prank on him and put his name in the ballot or something. Like or like make a nominee. How do you nominate someone? Do you just like raise your hand at the DNC and say like I want my cousin Reggie,
yeah. I
who's a
guess at this
garbage
point,
man, but he's got some strong views.
yeah, I'm sure they already have a list of people, but I mean, you could maybe make an argument for someone. I think John Stewart could fit on the Democratic poll or on the
I think
ballot.
so. I think so. I don't and the thing is I don't think he would want it, which makes me want him to have it more because that's who should be president. It's a shitty job. It's not fun at all. At no point is it fun. No matter what happens in the country, you're the blame for it. You're the blame. And all you can do is lean into it once you're out of the game. Like Obama did with that cookie thing where he was like, thanks, Obama. Like
Yeah,
that was but Obama was like the coolest president.
for
So
sure.
he just got it. And he changed a lot. between his first and second term. Remember those pictures of like him running,
Yeah.
like a little young man, like a little boy in a suit. And then after 4 years, he's got like all this gray hair and just like Morgan Freeman all over his face.
Yeah, dude. You definitely lose at least 20 years as a president.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It must be God, one, the secrets just must be that must just weigh on you. Like all the things that they tell you once you become president, which it seems like they either tell you everything or they don't tell you like even a small percentage of it, right? Like they either like there's like people that are in charge of organizations that like work with the government but aren't in the government so they can like keep things away from them, like a private company, and then it's just like the president doesn't even know it's there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's weird.
Yeah, it's strange for sure. I bet they don't tell him anything until shit hits the fan and they're like, "Hey, by the way," like the president's like, "Oh my god, aliens are attacking us." And then head of the military's like, "Yeah,
Actually,
yeah, we
yes.
kind of pissed them off a few months ago and they said they were going to do this, but
Yeah, so
sorry."
we were playing cards on Zertharian 9 and I ran out of money, so I bet the planet. Okay, let's just move on. Let's move on.
I mean, I'm
That's where we
sorry.
are. Let's move on from there. Okay, let's just forget the past, forget everything I said. Let's just move on.
How are we
Aliens
going
are
to
here.
fix it?
Yeah, how are we gonna fix this now? Come on, eggheads, let's go.
Yeah. Oh man, I would want to know everything so
God,
badly.
I don't know, but what? But the thing, but it's the thing though, Mason. You don't know what you don't know. So what if you find out something that is just like that? Like you feel your skull cracking under it. You know what I mean? Like you just discover something that's like so like they're like, hey, just so you know, there really is a giant pedophilic uh child sex ring that we do. We don't go over the age of 10, and we ship them in through the back door of the White House whenever we bring orphans in for press ops, photo op things. You know, what if it's like that? It's like, oh, by the way, you're the president, you're in charge of it. So like every month you have to go to these events, these monthly meetings that we do with all the children, and you have to put a carrot up your ass, and we're gonna blindfold you, and you have to walk around like a duck, and we're gonna play duck duck goose. First child to bite the carrot out of your ass wins the first prize, which is you sexually assaulting them. What if they tell
Yeah.
you that, Mason?
I'm probably going to get assassinated because
Self
there's
assassination.
no way I could sit on that. Even if I was for it, there's no way I could sit on that information. It's too big. It's
Can
too
you
big.
imagine
I'm
the
too
president's
much
like,
of a gossip.
it's like, wait, that's real? It's like,
Oh god.
yeah, we
Um,
did that president.
but
It was James K. Polk.
could be.
He was a sick man.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just no. I would want to know every
Yeah, I
possible.
mean, I guess it's better to know and try and have like good judgment. I guess the key is like surround yourself with people that are much smarter than you, but like you be the more you. The president has to be the moral high ground. He has
Yeah.
to be. He has to be the one that's like level headed. Everyone else can be screaming around him and arguing. He has, or she, sorry, or they, sorry. I was ranting, so I wasn't paying attention to what I was saying. They, them. Anyway, they have to be the moral high ground and have just really smart people around them who are giving them all the plans and like do this. But then once they start to boil over, the president just like takes it up here and it's like, this is the right move. He takes it.
Yeah.
This is the oh, man. It would suck to be the president. It would just no matter how you play it.
Yeah. Yeah. It would not be fun. I don't think
No,
I would sign up to do it. But oh man.
no. I want to talk about something else historic that happened
Oh, okay.
besides the presidency and all this stuff. Good luck, Kamala. Good luck, Pete. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. I guess. No fighting, please. You know, remember when Trump said we were going to be unified? Of all the things he said, why don't you try implementing that into your fucking fascist rhetoric? Anyway, I want to go. The death of Slim Shady. We were talking about that earlier. It
Mm-hmm.
dropped. Slim Shady, or I guess Eminem, is, I guess, trying to like remove the Slim Shady identity from his closet of like David Bowie identity costumes that like sometimes artists do. Like he's instead of doing an eras tour where like Taylor Swift does like all of her songs or whatever from like all of her eras, which I don't really know what that means. Um, and then he's like putting his era, like that, the Slim Shady era, he's putting it on stage and he's like murdering him actively.
Yeah,
Like he's just
it's
like
awesome.
he puts him on stage and he's like doing his Slim Shady thing and everyone's like yeah yeah yeah, and then Eminem comes out with a fucking like uh the, this James Bond garrote thing. He just takes him out and he beats him up on stage and kicks him in the nuts a lot. Probably, I assume there's a lot of nuts kicking just from listening to. I've only listened to half the album right now, but it is really good. I like it.
Yeah,
It slaps. Unless the kids say
yeah.
something else.
Yeah, I think they stopped saying that like 5 years ago.
It's gritty.
I don't know if they ever said that.
My 4-year-old nephew tried to teach me how to gritty yesterday.
Oh, is that a dance?
I think Trace
Oh,
knows it. Maybe it's a Fortnite dance because
mm.
he started doing it. The 4-year-old started doing it, and then Trace was just like, "Hey, what are we grittied right now?" And I was like, "What was that? Are you making fun of me right now?" Because that's really mean.
What'd you call me?
I used to have a speech impediment, and I was like, "That was fucked up." And he's like, "No, that's like the meme." And I was like, "That's a meme? Okay." Or said something. Some kid must have said that. I rittery gritted right now, or
Hmm.
he's rittery gritting, grittying. If there's anyone under 14 watching this right now, stop. But first, send us an email and let us know what the heck gritty means. Or and also give us a list if you can get like you know what Microsoft Excel is. 14-year-old, do you know what that is? Do you know Microsoft? So get on your Microsoft Excel, and make us a list of all like the slang terms of like what you and your friends say, and then don't send it to me because I probably won't read it because
Fair
I
enough.
just don't know. I've been trying to bring back radical for like the last 15 years. So
I think rad would be easier,
yeah, well yeah, rad,
but
sick. I still go sick. It's sick, dude.
I like
I'm
dope.
bringing this back. Well, not bringing it back. I guess I'm just bringing it to rural Missouri where it
Yeah,
belongs. The surfers, I
eh,
think they have it
maybe
all.
around some lakes. It's definitely more of a like a Calabunga.
Cowabunga! Get some pizza, my dudes. Hey, sick waves, dude. You just grittied on that wave, my guy.
Oh man.
Whenever I think of surfers, I always go.
But speaking of the album band, what's your favorite like music album in general?
In general, I exclusively listen to musicals and music movie soundtracks.
Okay. So your favorite
Uh,
score or
you know what I'm listening to a lot right now? I did
hmm,
recently start getting back into Shrek the musical, which I
okay.
love. Everyone should watch. I know, just I'm trying to get my brother to watch it. It's like Shrek is love. He hates that meme. He hates everything when people get like weirdly sexual with Shrek. I get it. It's not fun, but like one, just don't look at that stuff. Just enjoy Shrek the movies for what they are, because they're great. They're kids movies, but they're fun. And then Shrek the musical is a fantastic work of music. Great songs, amazingly good songs, and performances by everyone involved. I mean, Princess Fiona, wow, and the guy who plays Shrek. I don't know what else he's been in, but he like nails the accent so well in this musical. And they won a Tony for best costume, so you know it looks good. The sets are really interesting and like unique. I've never really seen anything like that before. Really cool. If I was gonna choose, so I'm listening to that now because I saw on Instagram a clip of like a reel of one of the songs from the musical, and then I looked on YouTube to listen to the whole thing, and now I'm like I'm just back in
Now
it
you're
now.
just
I'm on
down
the
that
way.
rabbit
Yeah,
hole,
I'm on
huh?
the rabbit hole. I did download the Tarzan soundtrack the other day. That's a good one. I just
That's a good
recently
one.
went back to that one.
What's his name went too hard on that? Phil Collins.
Oh, Phil Collins, he went way too hard. He burned that piano to the ground.
Okay.
I right now I really love the musical Into the Woods. And right now I'm listening to the 2022 cast, Broadway cast recording, because I knew the song. If you're for all my musical theater fans out there, I was listening to the song Last Midnight, which in the original, because I prefer the original, like 1980s Into the Woods, Stephen Sondheim's like in the theater watching it. Um, Bernadette Peters, which again, Mason, we all know Bernadette Peters, one of the
Of course.
greatest voices of all time, one of the most iconic Broadway actresses, especially Sondheim specific. She's golden. Everything, she's perfect. Everything about her, the way she sounds, the way she uh, sings and looks and acts, everything about her is perfect. We all know this. It's Bernadette Peters, obviously. But the rendition of Last Midnight from the 2022 cast Broadway recording of Into the Woods is mind blowing, my dude. Mind blowing.
Hmm.
And I saw the song that Cinderella sings in the song Stuck on the Steps of the Palace, or whatever that song is called. Um, Steps of the Palace. Also very good. And so I just decided to download the whole album and listen to it all. I don't like Your Fault.
Hmm.
Come at me. I like the original and other renditions, but not the 2022 version. Hot take. Not a fan of that version of that song. I love that song. It's one of my faves. Not this one though. Sorry. Anyway, Mason, what do you like? What's
I
your
don't know.
jam?
I don't know. Probably my favorite album is I forgot what it's actually called. It might actually just be untitled too, but it's Guns N' Roses, and
Mm.
the album that's just like the best album because it has like the three like some of their three best hits on it. It has like Sweet Child of Mine,
Oh yeah.
maybe not Sweet Child of Mine, but it has Paradise City,
Take me down to the paradise.
um oh, I can't think of it. Welcome to the Jungle and
Oh yeah. Thunderstruck?
um no, that's ACDC.
Thunderstruck. Yeah, I'm just thinking of football. You made me think of high school football, like before the game starts, playing
Yeah.
the same like two songs. Welcome to the
Eye of the
Jungle.
Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger. Oh yeah, Eye of the Tiger. Welcome to the Jungle and Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
Those are the three, and those songs. Whenever I hear them, I immediately go back to high school. It's weird. Like Friday night high school at the game, like walking into the game because I wasn't playing. But yeah, give me like a hamburger, some walking tacos,
Walking tacos are good stuff.
fire, fire. Do people know what those are? I'm sure they do.
Yeah, I think so.
You
I think it's a
cut open a bag of Doritos, nacho cheese,
yeah. Yeah,
put
I
what is
think
it?
it's
Just
I
meat,
think it's a little
chili
bit
meat.
more common than you'd think cuz they sell it at like Mizzou football games, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. I'm glad people know what that is because it's a delicious snack,
It
especially on a
is.
cold football day. You know, I also just recently I recently downloaded a lot of music I need to go through and like clean house a little bit because
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of skipping when I hit like shuffle and I don't like doing that. It's the School of Rock album from the movie School of Rock.
Mhm.
I haven't seen that musical because I just right now I'm kind of refusing to watch it because why would I? The Jack Black movie is perfection. I don't know why I would need to watch the musical version. It's already kind of a musical, kind of. Uh, but yeah, I right now I'm going really hard on like D&D for like my viewing and gaming and like musicals when I'm driving. 'Cause I like to sing and I have good. I feel like I have good. What's the
Pitch.
no the like acoustics in my car, which is how everyone
Ah,
thinks about their car. As long as I turn the music up really loud to where like it kind of covers my voice, it sounds so
yeah.
good.
Usually
But yeah,
that's how it works.
I'm practicing so that one day we can start doing a karaoke night, and I'm gonna blow everyone out of the water. I'm gonna go. This is from the musical Rent. It's the song with two lesbians singing about how they just can't stand each other, but they also can't stand to be away from each other. And I'm about to rock this bitch. It's a really good song. Rent is probably one of my favorite musicals. Anything Stephen Sondheim, who didn't write that Rent, but his protege did. Jonathan Larson.
Gotcha.
I also been rewatching The Wiz,
Mm.
which is the Black Wizard of Oz, which is
Right.
just, I mean, come on. The Wiz live. You know, remember that? Remember The Wiz live?
Yeah, I got arrested for that.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors. I have a lot of music. Now that I'm looking at all my albums, I've like recently been downloading a lot of different musicals soundtracks. But then below that is like um, the Black Keys, Tenacious D, um, Dope Lemon. They have some good songs. I'll send you some. You'll love those. That's good like morning or like driving songs.
Okay.
I use it for the boat on the lake. It's great. I got some Nina Simone, Cat Stevens, Andrew Lloyd Webber. That's more musicals. I got the Killer Clowns from Outer Space soundtrack. That's a great one. The Morphics. You might like the Morphics. They're kind of like horror rock.
Okay.
Horror rock. I guess is how you'd say that. It's kind of like spooky. But they have
Dude,
an
you know
album.
what?
Sorry, they have an album called Attack of the Morphics that you might like. Sorry.
Nice. Do you know what horror series I just watched that's not a horror series at all?
What?
Haunting at Hill House.
Dude, that was a good show.
It's creepy, don't get me wrong, and it's definitely some scary parts, but it's more of like a drama and it's
Yeah.
super sad.
Oh, it's super sad. Oh my god. I remember I was watching that with my sister. Oh,
Oh yeah.
those
Oh yeah.
actors.
That's
I love all those shows that like that group of
actors
actors
and
do. Oh
yeah.
my gosh, man, they're so. Did you see the fall of the House of Usher?
No, is that a part is are they do they do
It's not
that
like
one too?
I don't know if it's part of that like group. It might be, but I think a lot of them are all in it.
Oh, okay.
It's a man and the mom from Cheaper by the Dozen. I can never remember. That's the only reference I can think of her. Dude,
Oh,
she plays like Death. It is,
nice.
dude. She is one a
Oh, I
smoke
would
show.
like if she was actually deaf. I feel like she'd be a nice
I would
calming
like
death.
it if she showed up. No, I would be really happy and horny, and then I'd be really sad because I'm like, oh no, I'm dying. I'm about to die. You're about to kill me. Like there's one scene in the if you do watch it, I'm just gonna call it the cage room. When she's in the cage room after hours, that scene in particular, she should have won an award for because like when you like because she's doing all this weird stuff and you're like, what is she doing? And then you kind of like halfway through you put it together and you're like, oh my god, oh god, and then it just explodes, dude. It's nuts. That show is crazy scary,
Hmm.
crazy scary at times.
I'll
Oh
have to
my
check that
god,
one out.
think of like an entire like gymnasium of people and they turn on the water. He's like, we're gonna have like the water pipes full of champagne or whatever, and we're gonna turn them on. It's all gonna go, and it's gonna be everyone, oh champagne, and then someone says, how about instead of champagne, I put acid in there. It's awesome, dude. It's
Hmm.
awesome. That show is crazy town. Highly recommend.
Nice.
I
I'll have
didn't
to
think it'd
check
be
it
that
out.
good when it first came out because I didn't know anything about it. And then I watched one episode and I was like, hooked, scared and hooked.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good show. I started the other day. Trace was over here with his baby, and I woke up super early for some reason. It was like 5 a.m. and I just couldn't fall asleep, so I walked upstairs and he and his wife and their baby were in the living room and they were watching season 2 of Stranger Things.
Oh,
I
okay.
was like, oh, cool. It's been so long since I've seen Stranger Things. I think I either finished season 2 or I'm like I still had an episode left that I didn't see at the end.
Hmm.
And then I just haven't. I don't know. It just kind of fell off for me, even though I loved that show.
Yeah.
I don't
Dude,
know.
season 3, there's just a weird spot in season 3 that I always fall off on. And it's always
Oh,
at like like the height of like, oh, what's going on? And like
oh
they know
yeah,
the
yeah,
bad
yeah,
guy and they're confronting the bad guy, but it's just
yeah.
like I always fall off. Like I've tried it twice now, and I've just fallen off both times at that scene or
Dang,
like
I'm
that same
interesting.
episode.
It's interesting how some shows have that. Like for The Walking Dead, everyone always said, "Watch The Walking Dead." Some people told me just straight up just skip the jail season. When they get to the prison, just skip that whole season because you will fall off. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna try it. And holy cow, I made it through. But what a trudge it was. Just because it's just slower, nothing's really happening. It's
Yeah,
less zombie action, more like human on human
internal.
drama
Yeah,
and like yeah, the inter-party situation, which is interesting. But yeah, it definitely wasn't like when you're watching it, you're like, this is sick.
yeah.
Um, Man, those comic books are really good too. You should read those.
Yeah, dude, The Walking Dead is doing so much now, and it's just like I want to be a part of it, but
It's
not
oversaturated. I
really.
feel like I can't
Yeah,
imagine like when they announced the fifth show. I'm like, I can't even imagine that's good. I can't even like what. And then like that one dude who's like the most popular guy, not the
Dale
main guy.
Dixon.
Yeah, with the crossbow.
Yeah,
Um, he's like I saw that
he's like in Europe.
he's like on three different shows of The Walking Dead or something. And then he said like, yeah, I'm gonna keep making more and more Walking Dead shows until like I'll be in as many as I can. And I'm like, dude, you need to find like another role. You're typecast hard, bro. But I mean, if it works,
I
I mean,
mean,
it
if he
works.
enjoys
I
it,
say if it works, it works. If you're
I
liking
mean,
it,
he's a badass.
I just feel like they're making so many shows.
Yeah,
I just don't understand. I don't know. Maybe they have a whole plan, but
I mean, people still watch it. I mean, the diehard people are diehard.
that's true.
Like
Even when they hate it, they still like, well, I'm gonna keep watching it though, because it might get
I
better
know,
again.
yeah, I know more people that have finished the series than have like even like not even watched it or started it halfway and then stopped. Like I
I
know
have
more
not.
people that have finished it.
I haven't finished the series. I think I've made it past the prison season, and I don't remember anything after that. I have read the books though. I've read all the Walking Dead comics, so I know what's up. I know the whole thing with Nealon and the baseball bat with the barbed wire on it.
Yeah,
I've seen those black and white pictures with the drippy drips on them. It's disgusting in the comics, and um, I remember when that got like people were like spoiling it online, and I saw a picture of it. And I was like, damn, that's right out of the comic. That's pretty cool.
yeah,
So I could probably go back to it and watch it, but I'd probably start somewhere halfway through the show. Just because I've seen
yeah,
the first few seasons, like up to the prison season. I've done that like 4 or 5 times because it's a really
yeah.
good show. It's definitely you can watch it a lot. It's really fun. Um, but yeah, I've done like everything else Walking Dead wise, like comics, video games, but not finishing the actual show itself.
Yeah,
Which is kind of how it was with Last of Us too.
yeah,
Now I'm watching it though. I'm
yeah. Good
still
show.
pissed off at you guys.
Yeah,
I did not need that kind of emotional destruction at 9 a.m. I was trying to edit. Mason. I was working on our show. I mean, granted, I was also watching an HBO show at the same time, so that lets you know exactly how hard I was working on the show. But man, just so everyone knows, I watched. If you've seen it, I've watched episode 3 of The Last of Us season 1. If you know, you know. It was like 8:30 in the morning. I wasn't even through with my coffee yet, and I was outside on the gazebo, bright sunshiny day, and I am just buckets of tears going down my face. The most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, that episode should get like they should cut that out and like keep it locked away in a safe somewhere or a museum. What an amazing story to tell in just an hour. Wow. But I was texting you and Trace, and I was so mad. I was like, you fuckers. I cannot because Trace has fucked me twice on that show. I
good
won't
show.
spoil it, but man, that show is so far. I mean, it's Pedro Pascal. I love anything Pedro Pascal has been in. Mandalorian. I gotta finish that show too. I never saw the other seasons of that. So
The
I don't
second
know.
season was good.
Yeah,
I don't think the third season's out yet though.
Bill Burr shows up in that show, doesn't he? He's in the first season,
Yeah,
I think, or the second. I can't remember.
he's in the second season.
I know he's definitely in the second
He's
season.
got a pretty good character, I think,
Yeah, I like
from
his
what I
character.
remember. Yeah.
Uh, you know what's another show that has like a dip, kind of, like
Oh, I
halfway
know it.
through.
I know it. Um, uh, Robot Western.
Oh, you talking about Westworld?
Yeah.
No, it does. It does. Near the end of season 2, and then season 3, a lot of people were like, "I don't get it," but it's like I sort of get where season 3 they were trying to close it off as cleanly as they could, and they did. They closed it off as cleanly as they could. And it's fine. It's totally works. Still, I'd still give that show an 8 out of 10. I love that show. I love Westworld. I love the book. I love the original movie, the series. It's just a fun concept of like Grand Theft Auto in real life, basically, or Red Dead Redemption in real life, with no consequences. It sounds fun. I would love to go there, like on a family trip when it first opens, and then never go back again until I see the news of them like the robots rebelling and stuff. Because I would definitely want to go in early when it's still like it's all clean, nothing's bad, uh, and then
It
like
would be
definitely
fun.
like ruin it for everyone else behind me. Like, be
Yeah.
the guy that like just destroys all the robots and just plays around. No, I was actually thinking of the show Dexter.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that show?
Yeah, up until like season 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah, that was a weird like family show for us. Like we all watched that show. We didn't watch it like together, but we were all watching it like at the same time.
Oh.
And I've seen it a few times. I think the series. Uh,
Even the
and
newest season that just came out like a year or two
I
ago.
haven't seen the new season. Because
Okay.
I'm still wary about that because I like the way it ended. But I don't really. I didn't research the new one, so I don't really know what's going on there. But yeah, I think it's like season 3 and 4 are really hard to get through in that show. I think five. Um, how many? There's like 9 seasons of that show. Now there's
Yeah.
10. Um,
There's a lot.
so whatever. There's a slump in the middle, and then like season 6, I think. I don't remember. There's a season where they bring out this like it's like he's a religious fanatic killer. He's doing
Oh.
this like Lamb of God, like sacrificing the lamb. So he's like killing all these people for God and stuff. Which it's so good. Like you have to like trudge through these couple seasons, 2 or 3 seasons, and then all of a sudden it like this next season comes out and it's a banger. And then the rest of them it's like boom, 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 you're good. It's so good. It also gets really weird with his sister
Yeah.
in that show. His like half sister, or because they're not related, like stepsister, I
Right.
guess. But like I
But
think it's
he grew
stepsister.
up with her
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
like thought of her
He was a
as his.
baby. Yeah, because he was found as like a 2-year-old or something, a toddler, by his dad who was a cop, or his stepdad who adopted him. Man, that first season is crazy. Just
Yeah.
all the blood in that show. Man, that show was cool. I'll have to watch the new season. But yeah, that show has a slump for sure. It's really hard to get through. But if you can get through it, the ending season, you might have to go back to and just look for the season that if it says anything like religious killings or something, that's the season you want to finish it off because it's good stuff.
I feel like any show that has more than 7 seasons has a lump season, so to speak.
Yeah, because you're trying to figure out how to like keep it going and like or maybe like that's the season where you're like the whole time you're making the season you're like I really feel like we should shake it up, but we don't know how, so let's just do what we've been doing, but let's like spitball and hope we get a next season. But this season we gotta be just good enough to make it here, and then we can do then we can try something crazy.
Yeah. Because
Because
I'd say
it's like
like
yeah.
Supernatural has like 2 or 3 of those seasons.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, Supernatural has like 20 seasons.
Yeah.
So, you know, it doesn't have slumps. Jeopardy.
Yeah.
That show is always good every episode. I haven't seen the new ones, obviously. Like I haven't seen anything post Alec Trebek, but I'm sure
It's
Ken
just not
Jennings
the
doing
same.
fine. He always beat me, so I'm sure he's a good host.
Yeah.
I don't know. What other show? Damn, I'm kind of all over the place now. I'm thinking of different shows. What's a
There's a
favorite
lot.
game show of yours? Did you ever watch games? Did you watch games like
Yeah.
GSN? Did you watch game shows as a kid?
Yeah. I like all of them, honestly. Probably like my favorite was probably The Price is Right.
What was your like? Is that the one you were best at? Like, what was one that when it came
No,
on, you were like, okay, here we go. I'm ready. Like, I'm laser focused in right now on this game.
I'm not good at any of them.
Oh, okay.
Probably like, well, actually, we watched a lot of Wheel of Fortune too, but I
Oh
wasn't.
yeah,
My dad was really good at them, but I was
love Wheel of
not.
Fortune. People
No.
who annoy you.
Yeah, that's not a good one.
um, man, when we liked Lingo, Chain Reaction was a fun one.
Chain Reaction's fun.
I'm a huge fan of Press Your Luck. I love Press Your Luck. It's just a fun like no whammy, no whammy, stop.
Yeah.
That's just a fun game. I definitely used to watch that when I was really young, so I just loved like the little guy that would come out, and sometimes they would like in like the new Press Your Luck game, they would like drop like ping pong balls and stuff on you, and that was always funny. I never watched the grocery games. I've never seen a second of that show, but people go crazy about that show.
Oh,
Never seen it. No idea what it's about. Let me know.
me
Come at
either.
me with that one because I don't know. What's another one? I love Jeopardy. If Jeopardy's on, I'm probably gonna. If I'm passing by a TV and it's on, I'm probably gonna stop for at least a question or two just to like make sure the greases are greased or the gears are greased. See exact. See, oh, I'm not watching Jeopardy
Yeah, stay
anymore.
sharp.
See, my gears aren't greased. Man, what's a Family
Wow.
Feud?
Yeah, Family Feud's fun.
My grandma was a huge fan of Deal or No Deal. Like we bought her the DVD game of that, and we still have it. It's kind of fun.
They have a they have a Deal or No Deal like Adventure Island now where you do
Yeah, what's up with what
challenges.
is that?
I've seen one episode.
It's just Deal or No Deal, but on a beach. What is like? I was like, what
So
is that?
you
How do you,
do
what is?
challenges, and like the one episode I watch is like the cases were in mud, and you have to like swim in the mud to grab whatever case you can get.
Oh,
And
okay.
so it's still like luck, but you're competing against like 10 other people, and so
Do you vote off people? Like, is it like Survivor or?
kind of I think like the lowest three numbers I
Oh,
think
okay.
have to compete in another game, and then like they might be able, I don't know if they lose or get voted off, but
It's time to
I
lip
stopped.
sync for
It
your
wasn't that
life.
good. It had the guy from How I Met Your Mother. It was
Oh, he's not.
Marshall's friend
Sorry,
from law school. That's like he's a reoccurring character a lot, and
Paul
like
Rudd.
he
That's
no
Friends.
no he like they had like a bunch of bro dates together going to brunch. Like
Yes,
big guy, big Jack guy, like dark hair.
Terry
Um
Crews.
no, I don't know his name. I think he was also in True Blood.
12 seconds later.
Oh, I forgot Wayne Brady was in that show a lot too.
And
It's
How I Met Your Mother.
hilarious. Yeah, because he's Neil Patrick Harris's brother.
Oh yeah, I forget he's a straight brother. Oh no,
Yeah.
he's gay. No, he's gay. Wayne Brady's gay. Neil
Oh
Patrick
yeah,
Harris
yeah,
is
yeah.
straight in that show. That part,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's so funny.
A few moments later.
Joe Manganiello?
Niganelio?
Joe
Oh, the guy who was married to Sofia Vergara.
maybe. I don't know.
He's like, yes, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Big guy, slick back hair, like super, like he looks like a Greek god. Like he's just
Yeah,
like
kind of.
crazy tall and like
Yeah.
jacked, and you're like, dude,
Yeah.
how do you exist right now? Yeah, he was married to
Yeah.
Sofia Vergara, I believe,
Good for
and
him.
then they got divorced, and now he's on this game show, which is
Uh
on a beach.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm sure it's. Is it good?
I stopped watching after I didn't even make it to that challenge, like that elimination challenge.
Oh, there you go. Any other game shows you can think about, Mason?
No, but I
What
have
game?
been watching the go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, no, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. What have you been watching?
I have been watching the Planet of the Apes movies. We just finished the first two and going to start the third one sometime.
The new ones or the originals?
The newer ones.
Nice. Dude, you might need to go back too because the originals are sick.
The originals, I've seen the original ones, and then I saw the one like a long time ago, and probably not all the original ones, but probably just like the first one or
Planet of the
two.
Apes, Escape from
Yeah,
Planet of the Apes.
and then I saw the Mark Wahlberg one.
Yeah,
But
I used to
dude,
like that one when I was younger, just because like it looked really cool, and I had never seen Planet of the Apes before, so I had no context. So I was like, "Whoa, these are like monkeys that rule the world." What? Like I was
Yeah.
really, and then the monkey Abraham Lincoln, which looking back now, I'm like, what assholes?
Yeah,
What asshole said, "Let's keep the monkey Abraham Lincoln in there"? That will be how Mark Wahlberg figures out that they rule the planet. Like that humans, because the Abraham Lincoln statue is gonna be a monkey now.
yeah,
What? What? Like the monkeys are like evolving like the way we evolve, but they're like their evolution is like exactly the same as ours. Like they even have like presidents, and they have like they had a monkey President Lincoln somehow that looked pretty close to our President Lincoln. Like that doesn't make any sense. What are you doing? Who wrote that? Who made that? That was the Nightmare Before Christmas guy.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton made that movie. Come on,
Yeah.
Tim. It's the
Well,
visuals look cool. Just the story was not very good.
maybe they just made that so they could easily teach children a different reality without having to change too much information.
It worked. It worked, I guess, for me. But a good point.
Um,
No, but the originals, like from the '60s, there's a documentary I think somewhere on maybe on Amazon Prime that is about like the makeup teams that like worked on the originals, and like because the Planet of the Apes like revolutionized like Hollywood like makeup and movies,
oh
like because no
really?
one had ever done those prosthetics are amazing, and no one had ever. There's usually like full face mask, but these were like different pieces that would move so because they needed to show expression.
Right.
And it's a really good documentary. And then after I watched it, I watched all the originals, like, and then I went through like the whole thing. I was like, damn, this is crazy. So yeah, I would recommend the original.
It's a fun concept.
Yeah.
Like, but there was also a part where in the second movie where these monkeys ride up on horses and speak multiple sentences, and then the humans are still thinking about going to war with them. I would be like, if any animal ever talked to me, instantly I'd be like, no, okay, you can destroy me now. I don't know how, but
I don't even know what I would do if a squirrel walked up to me and just was like, "Hi, how's it going? What's your name?"
I'd be like, dude, you're going to be my new best friend.
I'd turn and run. Probably.
Yeah, that would be terrifying, actually.
I almost said I'd probably try and kick it, but I don't think I would even try. I think I would turn and run. Exactly, right? Why would you kick it? Exactly, why would you kick it? Because that's when you kick it, that's when a laser comes out and shoots your leg out or something.
Yeah, that's a demon in disguise for sure.
Or like a million other squirrels come out of all these crevices of the earth and just and you drown in squirrels. You drown in squirrels, Mason. On a hot sunny day on the sidewalk, you drown from squirrels.
Yeah. Not a fun death.
No, not at all. So last week, remember we talked about those air guitar the championships? So I found out that apparently Kansas City, Missouri, is the mecca of air guitar.
Oh, really?
Apparently, Kansas City is the place to go for air guitar. I don't know why or how, but they kept talking about it on that show.
Really?
The 2021 World Championships. I don't know, again, don't know why. I don't remember when I was at Power and Light if I saw anyone doing air guitar, but I must have.
There's definitely some venues that have it for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
if that's the mecca, there's at least 2 or 3 venues that you can do that at.
So embarrassing. So embarrassing to watch. But I'll do it live. Invite me. Prove me wrong live because I'll go watch it. I'll pay money to watch. Because wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's it. I just kind of wanted to get that in at the end there. Yeah. So if you're in Kansas City and you are like a professional air guitar player, or if you go to these events a lot, or you're familiar with the scene, what have you, email is up here. But also you can Mason, go ahead and put in your social so that people can they can talk to you on social media about air guitar.
562.
No, not your social security number. Social media ats.
Okay.
That was close. That was close.
You can find me at those places. What are they called? Instagram and Threads. Mason Greenwell 52 on there. TikTok, M Greenwee. That is M Greenwee.
And that's where all the TikToks for the show go.
Yeah.
They go on M Greenwee. So if you want to see TikToks of the show, like clips from the episodes, basically, boom, right there. Mm-hmm. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Van Windsor. I pick up trash once a week. # catch of the day. I've been posting videos of the lake days, just being on Mark Twain Lake, just living life to the fullest on the pontoon, on the houseboat, and our other various water vehicles and whatnot. So you can check out my Instagram. You can check out my reels on there. If you want to follow the show on Instagram, get in touch with us. Please let us know about air guitar. I really am curious, truly. I know I shouted on a bunch last week and a little bit just a few minutes ago, but I am genuinely curious about it because they're on ESPN. There's a draw. I'm curious. I want to set up an event. There, I said it. mbr.pod on Instagram. Check it out there. We have all of our reels, updates on the show, thumbnail pictures, like not pictures of thumbnails, but like the thumbnails that go on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like the little images. They call them thumbnails, kids. Get with it. That's where you can go to see those on our Instagram, as well as our Facebook, Mellow Brick Road. That's where all the updates as well are on there, because Facebook and Instagram are connected because they're corporate conglomerates, and we shouldn't like them. But we need them, and we use them for what we need them for, and then when we're done using them, they die. Old Yeller style. And you know I've never seen that because I called it Old Yeller. It's old, I think, with an apostrophe. So yeah, Mellow Brick Road on Facebook. You can also check out our Patreon, patreon.com/mellowbrickroad, for other shows like Off the Path with Van and Mason. I'm Van.
I'm Mason.
And we also have What You're Reading with Trace and Van. Trace is not here, but once a month we read a collection of books from Hoopla, the book reading app that's connected to public libraries across the nation, and we talk about what we read. The July episode is going to be coming out soon since it's in July. And then, yeah, check us out in August. We're going to start filming it live. So, so people can, tell us their recommendations while we're telling them our recommendations. Ja Feel?
I definitely feel.
I want to bring back Ja Feel, too. I don't think it ever died, but I like it. So I want it to stay
22
around.
Jump Street definitely helped bring it back or help keep it alive.
That is true. My name's Jeff. And then I think that's all of that business to take care of. Keep checking out the show. Oh, what's up? Follow us on YouTube, Spotify. Enter the polls on Spotify. If you're watching on Spotify, if you're listening to us somewhere else in the podcast, when you're done with the episode, go to Spotify, go to YouTube, answer the questions, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, follow, bell. What else do they do, Mason? What else do they do?
All of
subscribe?
I don't know.
Did I already say subscribe?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think that's it. Cool. So we're going to end this actually, kind of coming full circle to the beginning of the podcast. I have a quote from St. Joseph, Missouri born
Eminem.
I was trying to think of his, what is it?
Marshall Mathers.
Marshall. I always say
That's
Marcus.
Where he gets Eminem, is Marshall Mathers.
I thought he was...
M and M.
I thought he was chocolate on the inside.
Oh.
Here's the quote from Eminem. The first time I grabbed a mic, I got booed. I just remember it being so traumatic. I went home and I said, I quit. A week later, I told myself, no, man, I gotta get up. Gotta do it again. I think one of my greatest inspirations was people not believing in me. I wanted to just prove everybody wrong. I wanted to make it, and I was going to make it, regardless of what anybody said. Mason. In the quote. He called you out in the quote.
And he did.
Yeah.
And he made it.
He proved to everyone. I mean, yeah, if you know Eminem's career, you definitely know that he started from he's one of those rags to riches stories for sure. Just through pure determination, practice.
He did a lot of practice.
Consistency, is that right? He wrote a lot. So I'd say consistency is a good discipline. That's the word. Yeah. Discipline. And respect for himself and his art. You don't give respect to everyone, right? You give it to, you give respect to get it. But first, you got to give respect to yourself. And that's what Eminem was teaching us all along. And now that he's out of that Slim Shady game, he can go back to having that big old beard. And he can just live life cruising down the marina. If he likes to do that. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Cool. Any final words, Mason, before we get out of here?
Nope.
Mellow manifestations, everybody.
Stay safe out there, guys.
Kamala Harris for president.